I grew up almost Christian. I went to a Christian school, and I had Christian friends, and everybody that I knew was Christian. But I claimed to be a Christian, but I didn't really know what it meant. I knew all the Bible stories because I heard them in class, but I didn't go to church on Sundays. I didn't know how to pray. I didn't know who God was. My family moved to Hawaii because we were in the military, and I went to public school for the first time. And it was a lot different. And unfortunately, I kept up the habit of doing what everyone around me did. So I would swear a lot. I would just be rude and disrespectful. I got into fights, did some shoplifting. And ironically, I started going to church, but it was just because the girls there were cute. So, yeah. Eventually, I went to an all-boys Catholic school, which was the furthest I've ever felt from God, because every time I would sit in Bible class or sit in Mass, it felt so rigid and it just felt wrong. Like I didn't want to be there. I hated it because it was just so, I didn't like it. And eventually we moved back to California, and I met a youth pastor named Pastor Jen, who really made an impression on me. She invited me to a youth group, and I went because all my friends were going, because I really just wanted to hang out with my friends. That was it. But I started getting really involved. I went to church on Sundays regularly, and I started volunteering, but I still didn't really understand who God was until an altar call at my very first youth camp, when the pastor said, if you feel like you know all about God, but don't really know who God is, come up and get prayed for. And I went up, and everyone was praying for me, and I felt the love of God for the first time in my life. And since then, I've done my best to center my whole world around him. I've seen him perform miracles for me and other people, and life has been crazy. There's a lot of ups and downs in it, but the joy that he has put in my soul and the light he has put inside of me, they prevail.